was the truth you couldn't accept. You still don't get it. You were never real to begin with. Just a mask stitched together from childhood wounds, cheap validation, and the lies you told yourself to keep from collapsing. The illusions you lived in weren't forced on you by fate or trauma. No, they were handcrafted by your own sickness. And I let you rot in them because I knew exactly what you were. I saw it long before you did. And that's why this isn't about revenge. It's about clarity. You were never complex. That was always the lie you told yourself. That you were deep, that your pain made you profound. But complexity requires self-awareness. Demands growth. And you were simple. Painfully so. A coward hiding behind victimhood. A child who spent their whole life trying to feel like something more than what you are. Nothing. And the way you used people to build your sense of self. That's not love. That's parasitic. You don't connect, you consume. You crawl into people, rip out what makes them beautiful, and wear it like it was yours. I watched you do it to others. I saw the way you latched onto their energy, their kindness, their strength, only to twist it into something grotesque. And I let you try with me. Not because I believed your act. Not because I needed you. But because I wanted to see how far you'd go before reality caught up. Spoiler, not far at all. You failed. Because I wasn't a mirror for your fantasy. I was the truth you couldn't face. And that's what terrified you. You were a parasite. An infection. And I was the cure. I gave you more chances than you deserved. More patience than you warranted. I tolerated the cheating, the lies, the fake tears, the manipulative breakdowns, those pathetic little performances you put on when you felt me pulling away. But you couldn't stop. Because destruction is the only language you understand. You cheat not because you're bored. You cheat because you crave control. You want to know you can break someone just to prove you still exist. And when you laughed about it to your sewer-dwelling friends, thinking it made you powerful, didn't. It confirmed what I always knew. Your filth clinging to other filth, mistaking rot for depth. Your father disgusting. A predator and a criminal hiding behind prayer. Your mother. A walking red flag who romanticizes murderers because she sees herself in them. And you. A perfect blend of both. Sadistic, hollow, and starved for control. You inherited their dysfunction and dressed it up as destiny. Even your faith is fake. A costume for the weak-minded. A shield you hide behind to escape accountability. You don't believe in God, you just want to believe someone still believes in you. But no one does. No one will. Not anymore. I never needed to expose you. I only needed to watch you fall apart under the weight of your own lies. And now, you live in fear. Not of me, but of who you are when no one's watching. That's your punishment. Being stuck with yourself. The one person you can't escape. Every conversation we ever had. How much of it was a performance? How many times did you look me in the eyes and lie because you thought I was stupid enough to believe it? Or maybe you needed to believe it. Maybe hurting me was the only way you could feel alive. Maybe breaking my trust was the closest thing you've ever come to intimacy. And when I finally turned cold, that wasn't cruelty. That was mercy leaving the room. I took my revenge, and I don't regret it. 'Cause people like you don't learn from kindness. You only react to pain. You only understand silence when it echoes. And you only see yourself clearly when someone holds up the truth and forces you to look. That's how many times I could have destroyed you completely. Emotionally. Publicly. Spiritually. But I didn't. Not because you didn't deserve it. but because you're not even worth the energy. I've seen what happens when people like you lose their audience. When the lights go off and there's no one left to perform for. You unravel. You panic. You scramble for someone new to prop you up, to validate your existence, to remind you that you're still here. But no one will. Because I already showed them the truth. And if you ever think of coming back for revenge, don't. I won't just finish what I started. I'll erase you. This story is not meant to hurt. It's meant to heal. To anyone who has ever been manipulated, gaslit, or emotionally abused, this is for you. Because sometimes, the most empowering thing you can do is stop questioning what went wrong. And start seeing the truth of who they really were. You were never broken. They were. And now you're free.